All right, folks, here we are at the official press introduction for Harley-Davidson Motor Company's 2024 Road Glide. This is a heavyweight touring bike from Harley-Davidson Motor Company out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, for 2024, Harley-Davidson has done some really nice upgrades to this bike that are based off the 2023 Harley-Davidson CVO Road Glide, which we reviewed earlier last summer. Make sure to check out that video. There is a lot of insight about that model that you probably won't find anywhere else on the internet, so check that out. Today we're riding the 2024 Road Glide. This vehicle rings in at $25,999, so $26,000 for this 2024 vehicle. It's powered by Harley-Davidson's 117 cubic inch 45 degree V-twin engine. This engine has a number of awesome upgrades exclusive to this 2024 model. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about the ergonomics sitting on this bike. This bike is crazy comfortable. If there's one thing Harley-Davidson knows how to do, it's comfort and it's touring. And this Road Glide is one heck of a comfortable bike. I like how the seat really holds you in place. It isn't, there's not a lot of room to move front and back. The seat really locks you in place. I think that was one of the critiques I maybe had on the previous model. On the 2023 model was CVO model that we tested last summer, is that the seat holds you so much in place that it can be a little bit odd sometimes. So for right now we like it, but we're riding in the rain, so you know, it's all good. All right, handlebar on this motorcycle. The handlebar is a little bit taller than the previous Road Glide. We really like that. It's very similar to the CVO. Nice tall handlebar. Of course, you can adjust the position of the handlebar. You can roll it forward or backward with these US Allen bolts here. There's 4 of them. You loosen that and you can make that adjustment. Now, right now I'm really happy that we have this fixed fairing. This fairing does a really good job of blocking the elements and keeping us relatively dry. Of course, our Aerostitch suit is also helping with that right now. Now, this Road Glide has these really neat deflectors which you can use to deflect more air into the cabin. Today we're going to have as much air not deflected on us as possible, so we'll have them in that configuration. Now, like we said before, this bike is powered by a nearly 2-liter 117 cubic inch engine. I think that's right around 1934 cc. It benefits from 4 valve cylinder heads. It doesn't employ Harley-Davidson's VVT technology. So the variable valve timing that's on the 2023 Road Glide CVO, that is absent from this vehicle. Now, Harley-Davidson did some fine-tuning to the intake of this bike for 2024. The throttle body is larger, the airbox is larger, and the routing of the air into the engine has been made straighter, so the engine is just more efficient on the intake. Harley-Davidson says this 117 cubic inch engine is good for right around 130 pound-feet torque and 105 horsepower. That's not at the tire, that's as measured in the crankshaft. Whoa, it's really raining right now. Of course, a 6-speed gearbox puts power back to the 18-inch rear wheel via a belt final drive. Now, this Road Glide rolls, unlike the CVO with its really up-spec inverted fork. This Road Glide continues to roll on a traditional telescopic fork, 4.7-inch travel, but out back we have the twin shocks that now have 3 inches of travel. Where the old Road Glide only had around 2, now we have 3. So much better ride quality, especially out of the rear end of this bike compared to its predecessor. Triple disc hydraulic brakes keep speed in check. although the calipers don't say Brembo on them, they are manufactured by Brembo. They are not radial mount like the CVO bike is, however. They are conventional axial mount. So Harley-Davidson purists will probably like that aesthetic. It's just what they're used to, but I would like it if there was an inverted fork on this bike and radial mount brakes. But then again, you can always get that with the Road Glide CVO Road Glide ST or the Road Glide CVO, which we operated last summer. Now, aside from the fitment of this upgraded engine, the fitment of this 12 plus inch color TFT, this is the same dashboard used on the 2023 Road Glide CVO. It's awesome. It's super easy to read day and night. The fonts are very crisp. The menu navigation system is really easy to use. Thankfully, Harley-Davidson also fitted the 2023 Road Glide CVO's updated switchgear. The switchgear is awesome. It's nice and chunky. It's easy to operate. The tactile feel is excellent. Harley-Davidson nailed it on the user interface on this bike. Another plus is you can actually use the screen. It's touch screen compatible. Thank you, Harley-Davidson. It's crazy how there's so many motorcycles out there with really nice, fancy TFT dashes, but none of them are touchscreen. This one is. To be fair, we like using this backlit switchgear so well that we just use the switchgear. But if you wanted to, you could totally use the touchscreen. Now, we have a two-speaker stereo system, 2 fairing mounted speakers that belt out the tunes. The sound quality is decent for sure. It's decent. It's not quite as loud as the Road Glide CVO with this awesome 4-speaker system, but it's decently loud. Of course, this bike is loaded with all the bells and whistles like heated grips and cruise control. This engine uses benefits from liquid cooling on the cylinder heads. So the engine itself is not liquid cooled, but the cylinder heads are. And Harley-Davidson did that because they wanted to get some extra cooling around the exhaust valves, because this engine puts out the power. So there's a nice radiator tucked in discreetly behind the 19-inch front wheel, and there's an overflow reservoir that's this basically black metal tube that's mounted vertically to the left of the bike. It looks really slick. Very, very slick. An electronic water pump is what powers that system. So the engine doesn't have an internal water pump to move coolant. It uses an auxiliary electrical pump. This engine is just marvelous. Harley-Davidson did a really great job on its CVO this past summer, where the vibration of this motorcycle is really, really well calibrated. You can feel a hint of vibration through the controls, but it's not off-putting at all. It really adds to the experience. It feels really well calculated. It just makes riding fun. Of course, the sound and character of this engine is also exquisite. These are really fun and awesome sounding motorcycle engines. Love that 6-speed gearbox. The shifts are nice and precise. The shift lever really has a nice weighted feel, so you really know when you're going up or down through that gearbox. Equally as awesome is this cable action, this hydraulic clutch. It definitely has some pretty stiff pull. Harley-Davidson hydraulic clutches have always had a relatively stiff pull, but if you have decent left forearm strength, you're going to be okay squeezing the clutch lever on this. Clutch action in terms of engagement's always been a little bit muted in these Harley-Davidsons, and that trait continues with this 2024 Road Glide, but it still gets the job done. How neat is that this $26,000 Road Glide comes with this awesome colored 12-inch screen? It's awesome. It even has integrated tire pressure monitoring, so you can keep tabs on the PSI of your tires. It's also got a handy compass, fuel mileage. We've been getting 36 miles per gallon. This past summer, during our 2023 Road Glide CVO official review, we got right around 40 mpg. It's pretty crazy how efficient that VVT engine is. This engine probably won't be quite as efficient because it doesn't have the ability to adjust the valve timing in cruising mode, but still 36 miles per gallon for an 806 pound cruiser is pretty dang good. Now, another thing we really like about this bike is just how agile this is. 806 pound motorcycles aren't supposed to be this agile, but that's exactly what this Road Glide is. It's very agile. It's got a great turning radius. It's really easy to do U-turns and ride around in parking lot speeds. And when you're getting after the twisties, this chassis has a good degree of road holding for an 800 pound cruiser. I remember 15 years ago, cruiser motorcycles didn't ride this exquisitely. To be fair, Harley-Davidson really upped the playing field when they went to its new touring chassis. I think for the 2008 model year, 2008 or 9, I think that's when it was. And Harley-Davidson touring bikes have been good since then. But this 2024 bike, you get it all. You get a high degree of comfort, and then precise turning and steering, and really good road holding. Alright folks, let's turn on the cruise control. There's a button atop this switchgear that allows us to set the cruise control. That is a light saying it's on, and we can do plus or minus with that switchgear. We can also roll back the throttle to disable it, or actuate either the front brake lever, the rear brake pedal, or the clutch, and cruise control will turn off. We also have these nice little cubby boxes. This box is plastic lined. It would be nice if it was carpet lined. The CVOs are carpet lined, and that just keeps your stuff from getting scratched and marred. In this particular pocket, we have a USB-C style receptacle. Not USB, but USB-C, so you can charge your USB-C type gadgets. Very nice. In terms of rear view mirrors, the rear view mirrors have a nice shape, and they do a good job of showing off what's behind you. The vibration of the engine, it definitely clouds the vision of the mirrors a little bit, but again, it's not excessive. We really like the calibration of this engine. Yamaha, the tuning fork brand, they do a great job of tuning, literally tuning the amount of engine vibration to the application of the vehicle. And to us, the dynamic of this 117 cubic inch Harley-Davidson engine takes a playbook from the tuning fork brand. This is a very well calibrated engine. I love the harmonics of it. I love the power, the sound. Like, this is probably easily one of the best air oil cooled V-twin engines out there. Well folks, that wraps up our official review on Harley-Davidson's 2024 Road Glide motorcycle. $26,000 for this bike, and it comes with a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty. This bike's really awesome. It's super comfortable. It's really easy to ride. The engine's got loads of character, not crazy amount of vibration. This color TFT display is just awesome. Super sharp, super easy to read. The menu navigation's easy to set up. It's spot on, which we'll show you here in a minute. And this switchgear is super high quality. Really happy Harley-Davidson 2024 Road Glide adopted a lot of the awesome expensive features that the $49,000 Road Glide CVO has. So cool that you get a lot of these features in a $26,000 heavyweight cruiser. Well folks, that wraps up our official review of this product from Harley-Davidson. Again, make sure to check out this past summer's CVO review. Lots of good details that you probably won't find anywhere else. Of course, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs it down if you didn't, because we'd love to hear from the naysayers. We're an inclusive organization, and everyone's opinion counts. So sound off in the comment section. Let us know what you think. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for riding with us.